So, that little jump in the air, you cannot make any other move until one foot's on the ground. Alternate that footstep. Otherwise, it's going to happen like here. He's going to overshoot you, we're screwed.
So when I first started playing at my university, a lot of those local teams started trying to recruit me as the Sussex Thunder and all of those, but none of them were really at quite a high level that I wanted to play at. I wanted to be at the best team there was, and at that point, and it still is in my opinion, was the London Blitz.
A lot of people will not know that there's an amateur team, several amateur teams in this city.
The highest level is amateur. So, you know, you can be as good as you want, doesn't make a difference.
He's letting the blockers develop before he makes that decision, and now he's going to cut. But because our right guard decides to help block the back of the right tackle.
It's very difficult over here to establish yourself. There's so many football teams, rugby teams, cricket teams. There's so many different sports. To get funding for American football is tough. So that's why we have to stay at an amateur level.
We're a team sport and we win games at a very high level by being a good team as opposed to good individuals, and that's really quite important for how our team has stayed at a high level for so long.
And we've seen that we're not up to the level of other European countries, but we can try to get there. And it's not just about the success of the A team, so consequently we have several levels of competition. We've got under 13 teams, we've got under 16 teams, under 19 teams. It really does start from the bottom up.
All right, so first one we're gonna do is here. We're down here in one knee, okay? I got these tight ass pants on. But we're on your own. We're here, we're lunging out, stepping forward, and we're gonna do it, okay? Yeah, there we go, get that leg up. We'll have two guys, one guy right here, one guy right here. Yeah? Oh, that's it, ready? Let's go. There we go, good.
Thanks a lot, guys.
When you say American, then people start thinking about politics and everything, and you know, politics shouldn't be involved in sports, you know.
I agree 100%.
And sports are for everybody, every color, every race, every religion. It really shouldn't be American football. It just should be football, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that when I went from Blitz, which is a very professional type of team, to the Lions, there wasn't much of a drop-off, especially in the UK. Football isn't really encouraged the same way it is even in other parts of Europe. So when I came from the Blitz to the Lions, the level of attention to detail that the coaches had, the wanting to get better that the players had, everything kind of encouraged me to want to play more. We've been very successful in the last couple of years, and that can all be attributed to the time and effort that the coaches put in, not just the program, to the players themselves. I think when you win, you have fun winning, and you do it in a sense with like a family. You don't want to leave.
I was there and then honestly actually come up.
So I think the coaches prepared me mentally. They showed me a path to go down. They didn't say, you have to do X, Y, Z, and you have to do it now, you have to do this then. They showed me how to develop my own skill. So, you know, they never said to you, you have to go to the gym, you have to get better. It was, I want to do this because I want to help the team, I want to help the program, I want to help the family that is the Birmingham Lions.
Team on three, yeah? 1, 2, 3, team! Let's go, boys. Yeah?
We eat together, we gym together, we party together, we train together. You can't copy that, you can't emulate that. Unless you have it yourselves, it's not something you can copy. I mean, and it's something that's very natural to us.
Yeah, the big focus for us from day one here at the University of Birmingham was to develop coaches' knowledge. If we develop our knowledge and our skill set, then what we deliver to the players is going to be a lot better, and they'll be more receptive to that, and that will make them better football players. And just by natural fact, that will allow them to be successful on the field. Our running backs coach has developed the link with Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks. So we've had the opportunity to go out there and spend some time with Coach Carroll. We've had some conference calls to the team before our national championship games.
Hey, this is Coach Pete Carroll, rooting for the Lions again.
Seattle Seahawks system is out there now. That's helping us to come up with a rugby style tackling, which is great for safe, secure tackling, keeping the head out of the tackle. All of our programs start non-kitted, and we teach tackling straight away from day one.
SOS from the line. Okay, so open out, set up.
We're very lucky to be part of the Birmingham Lions fraternity, if you like. We're kind of like what you call a hybrid team. We're affiliated with the university, but we're also like a community team. Yeah. 634. Most of the girls are self-funding. They pay their own subs. We get a bit of help from the university, and then there's sort of like government and grant money that we can apply for to help buy, you know, kits and equipment and stuff like that.
How long has it been around here?
5 years.
Oh, so you're one of the pioneers of the team.
A lot of what the Lions believe in and what the Lions teach is sort of to be respectful towards other players. We always try and support other teams to grow, and they do the same for us as well. It's quite a community within women's football.
You can be any size to play the sport, which is already a huge bonus for it. People want to see, they want to see the big hits, they want to see the catches, you want to see all of that. And then they start to put it into perspective and actually, you know what, these girls can play, they can hit, they can catch. They're playing the real sport. A lot of time people say, oh, did you play in your bra and underwear? No, we don't play in our bra and underwear. We're fully kitted and we hit like trucks.
The girls have proved themselves over and over and over again that they can go out and, you know, pound for pound, hit as hard as the men. And they can go out and make big catches, leaping catches with one hand, as you saw today. You know, they've got all the right stuff and they've got all the right moves, and they prove that they can do that.
I'd love to be able to see women being able to play like at the level men can play at, because at the moment, even in the States, you know, women can't really play football for their job. They can't do it professionally.
I think the whole American football for women, in terms of growing it, we need to start with the kids as well. So I think a lot of the female players we have now hopefully will become coaches. Then that way we can get all that knowledge we have put back into the sport. I think it's a bit challenging in England because rugby and soccer, football are the biggest sports they have here, and they don't actually allow the opportunity for any other sport, whether that be cricket or American football, to get the light shown on them. So I think there needs to be a bit of a change in culture in that sense as well.
I'm glad.
Hi.
Wow.
There's a lot of conversation in this country about how to develop the sport, and a lot of people do reference the fact that pro leagues are everywhere else in Europe. I don't know whether on the whole we've got the infrastructure to deliver that, and that's why we need to be very cautious as a nation in whether we do start to pay. If you've got a guy paying £250 to play next to a guy who is being paid to play and doesn't do anything else in the week apart from relax and get better at football, you've got to work out how you integrate those people in. It's not as easy as just find some funding, pay a guy, get them to come and play. We are fairly content with the fact that it's never going to become the NCAA system. Everybody's still playing for fun. Everyone's still playing for the love of the game. They're paying their fees. They're buying into the cultures that their coaches are creating. We get hundreds of people on the sidelines, not tens of thousands, and that's just what it is. I realised that, you know, we're a good team, and this is like, and the sport in the UK is growing, and there are athletes here, and there's so much kind of going on, but just not enough people know about it yet. We've been very excited and very fortunate to get far greater exposure to the NFL, and that is improving the quality of the sport's popularity and the quality of the investment in the sport. The NFL now run a series of games over here, which I'm sure most of the people viewing will know. NFL International Series generally sells out multiple games.
If we could start them younger and earlier and get younger people involved in it, just even staying healthy, which I think the NFL has done a great job of, because often they send, you know, NFL teams down to get like the play 60, so kids running around for 60 minutes, stuff like that. I think that's definitely the type of stuff that helps to develop like young people's interest in the sport from earlier.
Great fucking job! We got the ball back and we were going to put a score on them, and we did it. So that has to say that tempo stays with us. Yeah. We lead out there, yeah? Beef on three. 1, 2, 3. Beef! That was all on you. Send him back the way he was, the other way.
Wait for this. Wait for coach.
I couldn't be more proud of a group of men than I've ever been right now, okay? We played that game in Imperial and we had no juice, okay? We weren't excited about it. Everything we've done since that time, everything has been about us. We haven't focused on anyone else. We've focused on us and we've made sure we fucking enjoyed it, all right? And that showed today. Now, we got another game to play. Yeah.